Hello, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Energy Vampires. So I'm calling this the Christmas special. So I'm gonna talk about Christmas, and no, I'm not here to ruin Christmas for everyone. Quite the contrary. I just want to talk about Christmas, and I think that I'm speaking what most of you are already thinking and possibly saying as well. Okay, so the thing about Christmas, I celebrate Christmas. Okay, but I want to explain how and why, and that kind of thing. So first of all, Christmas. What is going on at Christmas? Well, what happens is, this is the negative side of Christmas, is that the shops are just absolutely packed, right? Leading up to Christmas. People are going in and they're buying excessive amounts of groceries, a fortune on groceries for one meal, right? Well, maybe more than one meal because, people tend to, they're off work for a period of time and you've got like, a few days that you may be having guests and you're doing some nice meals, and then there's the New Year's celebrations as well. But for the most part, really the main part of it is one meal, right? But people are going into the shops and they're spending money on groceries and filling their carts with groceries as if it's the end of the world, right? You can't park. The traffic is horrendous. It's just bedlam in the cities around Christmas time. I find that really annoying. It's very overindulgent. It's very annoying for me personally. I'm sure many of you watching this can relate. Okay. So, yeah. Now, the thing is that what about gift buying, right? So people are buying gifts for one another. I find this annoying as well. And cards, because you know what, like if I find a nice thing in a shop at any point in the year, right, and I think of a person that I associate with that thing that I'm looking at, and I think, you know what, so and so would really like that thing, and I've got some money and I can afford it, and I'll buy it, and I'll say, here, I saw this and I thought of you and I thought you would like it and I bought it for you, and here you go. Now that is a sincere, heartfelt gift. What happens is at Christmas time, people think, shit, it's Christmas, I've got to buy a load of presents, people are expecting presents, and so there's this lack of sincerity when, not always, I'm not saying always, because some people, they really passionately want to buy gifts at Christmas, but you know what, there's pressure to buy gifts. You've got to spend beyond your means. You feel like, okay, well, this person is spending a lot of money on me, so I owe it to them that I'm going to spend bit more money on them, and this person, I barely know them, but they're buying me a gift, so therefore I'll have to buy them a gift, and it just gets out of hand, right? So I don't like that. Okay, so really retailers are the winners at Christmas time, because retailers are making a ton of money because of the way that we are conditioned to just go out and spend a ton of money leading up to Christmas, so they're doing very well out of it. Okay. Now, what is Christmas all about? Why are people celebrating Christmas? Well, you don't have to be a Christian to celebrate Christmas. I mean, I'm not, and I celebrate it. Okay. So why do I celebrate it? Well, to me, it's about slowing down, taking time off work, because you get time off work, which is really nice. And that in and of itself is worth celebrating. And, we all like a good meal any day, right? So yeah, man, having a nice meal and having people on holiday, they're not working, and everyone sits down for a meal, and that's really nice. So for that reason, I like Christmas. But here's the big but. I do not pretend that it has any religious meaning whatsoever, right? Because that's the thing about Christmas. There are millions of people in the world that pretend, or they're not pretending, some of them really do believe that it has some religious significance, that it's the birthday of Jesus, and that it's like a Christian celebration. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's totally not. The first Christmas wasn't celebrated until 336 years after Jesus died. Okay, so for those whole 336 years, there was no Christmas. Like, Jesus never mentioned Christmas. He never hinted towards celebrating his birthday. That never happened. Okay, it is totally made up. All the trimmings with Christmas, like the tree, the mistletoe, the holly, these are all predate Christmas. Like, these are all like pagan tokens of other celebrations that were celebrated before Christmas. They're nothing to do with Christianity whatsoever. And the Puritans in, what was it, the 1700s? I can't quite remember. But at some stage, the Puritans made it illegal and that was coming from Christians. Christians believed that Christmas was just, like non-biblical and silly, right? And they actually made it illegal, and you would get fined 5 shillings if you were caught celebrating Christmas. So, I mean, like, if the dominant Christian group of the day deemed it that it wasn't a Christian's thing, then, I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so yeah, it really, there's no religious significance to it whatsoever. And besides, if you follow me on Energy Vampires, you'll realise that the whole Christianity as a whole is pretty dark. And anyway, but that's besides the point. So I want to wish everyone a happy holidays, which holiday is holy day, right? So you can't escape it. It is religious, but I want to wish everyone a great time. Okay, so have a great time and enjoy your meals and enjoy your family time and enjoy yourselves, and maybe next year get your shopping in a little bit early, be organized if you haven't already. I plan to be. And let's not make any pretenses. Let's not pretend that it has any spiritual or religious significance. And take care, and I'll see you next time.